need like an intro music or something. Saturday morning Wartoons! Saturday morning Wartoons! We're playing Saturday morning Wartoons, Dungeons and Dragons! Saturday morning Wartoons!
Oh,
I think that should be a project. We're gonna make an intro video.
Yeah.
Hey, we're live. Hi everybody. Welcome to our first episode of Saturday Morning Wartoons. We're live. Say hey, Tristan.
Hey.
First things first, thank you guys for joining us. My name is Shane. I will be the Dungeon Master for Tristan here, who will be going on the adventure as the King Destro.
Yep.
Of, what's the name of your kingdom?
Karamis.
King Destro of Karamis.
Yep.
Be sure, thank you for joining us again. Be sure you hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel here. We'll be coming up with more of these videos as time goes by. Also, wanted to let you guys know we will not be streaming a D&D game next week because we will be doing a special event called Trick or Beast. And there are still spots available for Trick or Beast,
yep.
which is a online, socially distant Halloween experience for kids ages 9 to 14. I will be dungeon mastering one of those games, as will my brother, his uncle, Matt, who will be dungeon mastering another game. So again, open for free to kids ages 9 to 14. You can visit our newly improved website, beholdgamers.com. Yeah, completely newly rebuilt. So check it out. It's in the events section. You just go to events and you'll find Trick or Beast waiting for you there.
Yep.
You can sign up completely for free. Also, later this week I'll be releasing a video featuring tips and guides on dungeon mastering for kids.
Yay.
As I'm about to do right now. So be sure to stay tuned, check that out as it's released later this week. It will also be featuring some game shop owners that I talked to recently. So you'll see little clips of interviews that I did with game shop owners who talked about dungeon mastering for kids and hosting events at their shops. We'll actually be releasing more complete interviews with them starting in November. We're going to be featuring some interviews with game shop owners in November. Gearing up for the holiday season. So be sure to check that out as well. For right now, let's go ahead and hear from Tristan about himself and the character that he's going to be playing. Take it away, Tristan.
So I am playing a level 1 Blood Hunter Warforged.
Yes.
Today.
And who are you? What about you?
My character's name
No,
is...
you.
Okay.
Who are you?
I'm Tristan.
And what are you currently playing right now on your video games?
Pokemon Shield and Kirby game.
And what are you reading right now? What are you reading these days?
A Minecraft book on my tablet thingy.
Okay, very cool. So, now that you know who we are, thank you guys again for joining us, and we're going to go ahead and get started with today's episode, our first ever episode of Saturday Morning Wartoons. Thank you guys for joining us. So, King Destro, ruler of the Kingdom of Karamis. For years, your kingdom was ruled by your father, who was fair and just to his people.
Yay.
But he was never willing to go outside of the kingdom to help others. You, being a rather noble soul, wanted to do more for your kingdom. And after your father's passing, you decided, now that you were ruler of this kingdom, to try and save those who could not help themselves. You looked to some of your dragon kin, those with a dragon lineage, specifically the lowly kobolds under the tyrannical rule of the chromatic dragons and Tiamat.
It's pronounced Tiamat.
Tiamat. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Tiamat. Now, your kingdom is a hub for a religion that worships the god Bahamut, but you were never fully committed to the religious practices that they required.
Yep.
But still acting on your own moral authority, you took it upon yourself to raise up your army, to go out into the other realms of existence, not just on the material plane, but other planes of existence. And in doing so, you brought together an alliance of Githzerai, planes traveling peacekeepers, using their astral ships and your mechanical golem forces. You were able to venture across planes, rescuing the lesser, lowly creatures under the rule of the tyrannical chromatic dragons. Many of them would settle in your empire. Many of them would go off to make lives of their own. Some of them chose not to be freed. However, you made many enemies in your attempts to save those who were oppressed by those dragons.
Yeah.
You even won the ire of the evil goddess herself, the multi-headed dragon goddess Tiamat.
Yeah.
Soon, her forces on the material plane were plotting against you and
Boom.
rising an army to try and take over your city. On one of your daring quests into the Nine Hells itself, into the realm of Tiamat in Avernus, those cultists and armies took that opportunity to strike your kingdom while you were away. Upon your return, you found your kingdom under siege.
And I started battling with my army.
Yes, your army had returned. A massive battle erupted. But in the temple of Bahamut, followers of Tiamat killed all of the priests and worshippers there. Led by the high priestess of Tiamat herself, Avira. They completed some sort of ritual that began to open up a gate into the hells in an effort to free the dragon goddess.
Well, more like a gateway.
A gateway opened.
Yeah.
Tiamat was there, ready to come through the portal, and you, in a daring attempt to stop her, took to one of the astral ships
And flew in.
flew straight through the portal, waged battle against Tiamat. She destroyed your ship, and you collapsed to the ground, rolling there with your two scimitars at your side. You engaged the dragon goddess fearlessly. Battle went on for several minutes until she unleashed her full power against you. The last thing you saw were the 5 heads breathing down their magical energies onto you.
And then
Everything
blackness.
Everything went black. And that is where we find ourselves now. Your eyes flicker and see light suddenly. And you hear a curious voice behind you. Just a humming. And you hear a little bit of tinkering, the sound of glass being tapped. And some metallic tools being used behind you. You try to turn and look and see who's there, but you can't move. Your head is locked in place. Your hands are held fast. You don't know where you are. As you start to adjust to the low light, you see, just turning your eyes in different directions, vials of strange liquids lining the walls, tubes and steam pouring out of the walls. And you hear a pitter-patter of footsteps. Sounds like two people are in this room along with you. Suddenly, out of nowhere, pops into sight a small gnomish face looking at you. And your eyes are just fixed on him, his fixed on you. Oh, you're awake. Can you speak?
And then I just go like, ah!
You try to let out a little ah, but it comes out as a more mechanical ah. A mysterious sound. It's coming from you, but it's not what you expected. It doesn't sound like your own voice.
Yeah, it sounds like wah.
Well, I guess he's awake now. Hold on. He jumps down off of the side of the table that you're on. You now see that you're laying flat on your back, and he starts unclipping something that's strapped to your head, holding your head down. And you hear the clanking. And then suddenly your head is loose. This clamp unlatches from your head. And so now you're still clamped down with your body, your arms, your legs. You can't move, but you can move your head around the room. You see to your right, also laying flat on the back, on their back, a burnt, charred figure laid out on what looks to be a jade, a bright green jade slab with tubes that are sort of injected into the body at various points. And those tubes then lead up into giant vats, glass vats, with some sort of bluish, purplish liquid that's sort of flowing inside of them. And those then in turn kind of flow up into the steel-like chair where you are, or steel slab where you are anchored down. And it's at that point that you also realize that you're connected to these tubes in your back, your arms, and your legs still.
And then I just do that scream again.
Okay, so you let out this mechanical scream, but this time there's sort of a modulation to the tone. It starts to sound a little more like you. So you're kind of finding that your voice is changing here. Oh dear. That'll get fixed. We can fix that. Hold on. And so before he unstraps your arms and your legs, he goes over to one of the tables on the side, and he gets some sort of little tool. He takes out the tool, comes up to your jaw, and just starts screwing things around in there. Can you talk now?
And I'm like,
Say something. Say something.
What do you do? What are you doing to me?
Oh, rescuing you. That's what. And at this point, when he goes back to the table with that tool, you look into the corner, past your left foot, you see golem parts, many of them bearing the symbol of Karamis, the city that you once ruled. It has two dragon heads, kind of one over the other, looking in opposite directions like this, wrapped around like this. So the two dragon heads are looking in opposite directions, and you immediately recognize that as the symbol of your city.
Yeah, I guess I still recognize some of my memories.
Yeah, so you do remember that symbol. It kind of comes back to you. He's like...
Yeah, so I guess when I...
And the gnome comes back to you. Do you know who you are? And you begin to remember now.
Yeah, so I guess as we go through the game, I start getting my memories
Yeah, tell him
back.
who you are. You're trying to tell the gnome who you are?
I am King Destro.
King Destro. Very good, very good. Well, I guess you wouldn't know where you are, would you? What's the last thing you remember?
Fire, acid, lightning, poison, ice,
Oh,
darkness.
that seems terrible. All right. Let's see if we can finish getting you off. And so he hops back over onto the table that you're laying on. And at this point, you look down and you see your body. It is a amalgamation of golem parts covering some sort of mechanical works internally. You can see some of them exposed through the steel plates that are laid on over your body. And you look over and you see on the wrists of this charred figure next to you something that is also very familiar to you. A pair of bracers are on the wrists. Bright platinum bracers that bear the symbol of Bahamut. They were once the symbol of your rule. They were the token of your being king of this kingdom. Anyone who bears those gauntlets is recognized as the king or queen of Karamis. And there they are on this charred figure next to you.
And then I'm like, wait a second. That must be me.
The gnome falls silent. Yes, I can explain in due time. Let me get you out of here. And just as he is about to start unhooking your arms, there's a loud pounding at the doors just ahead of your feet. So there's a door that just bah, bah.
And then I just start screaming louder and louder, and I just keep screaming.
Okay. Are you like screaming in a rage, or are you panicked?
Panicky, baby girl voice.
Well, you are in a new body, so you're not quite sure what's going on. This is all sort of a weird experience for you. So, you go ahead and let out this weird scream, but it only makes the banging louder. And he's like, "Hold on, I can stop this." And with that, he runs to the door and tries to bar it, but as he does, the door bursts open.
Boom!
Two figures come into the room.
Knocking him.
The gnome was knocked back to the ground, and they
Yeah.
stand there in front of him.
Like, bonk.
And you just see one of them draw a sword and right into the heart of the gnome.
Oh, shoot.
They look around the room, they see the body that's next to you on the slab of jade, and they start walking over to it. And at that point, you realize that you hear another pitter-patter of footsteps, the second person that was in the room. And you hear a very quiet unclanking. Your left hand is free. Another quiet pitter-patter of footsteps and a clank. Your left foot is now free. How are you? What are you doing at this point? Anything?
I'm screaming and wildly waving my left hand, my left arm, and like just kicking out my left foot here and there.
Now then, you've drawn the attention of the two figures that were in the room with their swords drawn. They look over at you and they see that you're flailing about, and they see that you're stuck in one place. And they turn back and they start inspecting the other body again. And at this point, you feel your right hand unclamp.
And then I start
Pitter-patter of footsteps.
waving that one.
And your right foot is now free.
And now
Your whole body is now free.
I just get up and run out of the room.
You don't want to try to fight them?
No, I just run out of the room because I don't know how to use this body, duh.
Okay.
And I don't even know about the sword in it.
Well, hold on. As you stand up, what are your first thoughts standing up out of this?
Who the heck are these people?
Okay. And you begin to run out of the room. So as you leave, you hear a kobold's high, screechy voice. You're supposed to rescue me! And there he is standing there. And the two figures that were in the room with you are now by the body. And they see as you run out the door, one of them gives chase.
Alright, I just turn around.
Alright, so let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative.
Except there's another problem.
Oh, crud. What is it this time?
Let me find it.
What is it this time?
You'll see.
Dragons,
No,
goblins, ghouls.
I can't find it. I'll use this one. By leaving the room so quickly, you now have to face the Drake that was waiting for you. As well as the two figures that were in the
I
room.
got a 6.
Okay.
A 6 in initiative.
Plus your initiative modifier.
My initiative modifier. Plus 2. I got an 8 in initiative.
Okay, so you get an 8. Let me write this down here. Okay. Everybody's going ahead of you.
Oh, I'm last.
And also roll initiative for the Kobold Galax, who just freed you.
Come on, baby. I need a new pair of experts. Boom!
Okay.
14
What's?
plus 2.
Do you remember how to pull up his stat block in extras?
Oh, yeah. 14
You got it there?
plus 1, 15.
Okay.
That's a 15. And does he go first?
Nope.
Last.
You go last.
Okay, does he go just before me?
Yes. Okay, so.
Aw, we're both last. Aw, that's not fair.
So, well, you did run away, so by opening that door, you ended up running into the creature that was waiting on the other side of the room.
Oh.
So there in front of you, you see a dragon-like figure with no wings, on all fours low to the ground. You recognize it as a drake, specifically a black drake.
Crap.
All right, so first up are the two figures in the room here. They are going to attack you, and they each have a scimitar.
Great, I think they stole him from my dead body.
So hearing Galax cry out, this one jumps up onto the table where you were and takes a swing.
Oh, please miss, please miss.
Natural 1.
Ha ha!
And this one decides to give chase to you, coming up behind you there. Natural 20. Okay, so let's see what happens. I think this adventure just ended. All right, let's see here.
It just ended.
No. How many hit points do you have?
Hit points,
Yeah.
12.
Okay, you probably survive this. Oh, maybe not. You take 6 points of slashing damage. So remember how to do your damage there. Type in 6 on the hit points. And, yep, there you go. Now it's the Drake's turn.
6 damage. Great. I'm at 6. The Drake is gonna kill me. Why, I gotta take on 2 guys at once. One is in front of me and the other behind. I'll never be able to survive this.
Well, I wasn't thinking you were going to run away first thing. You're supposed to be the brave King Destro.
Dad!
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a blue guard Drake. So.
I'm in a body that I don't know
We'll
how
get to
I
that.
work it.
Okay, so the
So
Drake
what else would I be able to do?
immediately charges at you.
And then I'm probably dead.
Oh, we'll see. First, it's going to try and take a bite at you. Let's see. What is your armor class?
17.
Ah, just misses.
Yes.
And its second attack, that will hit. Natural 18.
Oh, it just hits.
3. What's your hit points at?
6.
Oh,
I'm dead.
you're at 1 hit point.
What?
Yep.
What?
All right. Now Galax, it's his turn, so you can take his action. Go ahead. You have his stat block up.
Alright, I'm getting it. See here. Short sword. Choose to use his short sword. And
Miss.
nat 2. No,
All right.
Not 2.
Is he?
2.
He can use the help action. Remember.
Oh yeah. Helpful bonus action
Okay.
as an after action.
Okay. What he can do, if you want, since you're kind of trapped over here, he can help you by moving over here
Oh
and
yes.
do the help action against that guy. But the person that's in front of him will get a attack of opportunity. So it's up to you.
Let me check his hit points. 11 hit points. Odd. He takes the helpful action.
Okay, so you want to move him?
Yep.
Over there. Okay, so he will use the help action, but that other cultist, you see now that...
That is behind me.
Yeah, you see now that these figures in robes have the symbol of Tiamat
Great.
fixed to their collars.
Great, I guess they're like deadly assassins. I bet I'm gonna encounter more of these on my game.
How many hit points does he have?
Galax 11.
Okay. 6 damage.
Great.
And it's your turn. Now, as you stand there ready for combat, your arm opens up. Here, look at this. You ready? It's your turn.
Yeah.
So your arm opens up and this scimitar comes swinging out and opening. And there, your hand closes instinctively around it. And it's fixed to your hand.
And then I turn around before that guy even knows what's going on, and then I just slice his head off.
Okay, go ahead, make your attack roll.
Come on, baby. Oh, a 2 again!
You might have to change dice here. You want to take this one?
Sure.
This is what I got the nat 20 with. You can roll it next round. Give me your other d20 though. We'll trade. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so now the cultist getting annoyed by this little kobold behind him, turns around to face him.
And as an attack
this
of
one-
opportunity.
Nope, no attack of opportunity.
Okay.
This one jumps down and now is surrounding this kobold.
Well, at least I'm not totally surrounded.
What's his AC?
AC?
Yeah.
You mean hit points?
No, armor class.
14.
That will miss.
Ha ha ha!
Okay, and then that's a natural 2. That will also miss. The drake behind you makes its first attack. Oh boy, that one. This is a terrible die. And now it gets its second attack off on you. Natural 4. This die sucks. Okay, no, Galax. It's Galax's turn.
I think he just swings his short sword down to the level of his hips and starts swinging it around wildly.
Okay, which one is he gonna go after though?
How about the one behind him? Because he was the one that he's getting really mad at for trying to chop him in half.
Go ahead and make your attack roll there.
Oh, this die sucks too.
Miss. Okay. So now it's your turn. Go ahead and make your turn.
8. Miss.
8 plus.
Plus an 8 plus my what?
What's your attack bonus there for your scimitar?
On blade scimitar plus 4.
So 12.
Yep.
You hit.
Yes.
They are not wearing armor.
Damage dice.
No. You have to roll your damage die. What's the damage die?
1d6 plus 2.
Okay, so find your d6.
It's a good thing I don't keep a lot of die in here.
Yeah.
1.
Plus
so
2. Yeah?
3.
It's okay. He dies.
Huh. So I guess he only has 3 hit
He
points.
only has 1 hit point. 1 hit kills them. So remember that, okay?
1 hit kills them.
Yeah, 1 hit kills those guys.
Good. It's a good thing they're wearing only cloaks. And
Yep.
wait a second. Okay, it's a good thing I took out that guy because that man looks like he has daggers strapped to his legs.
Yeah. So from here, it goes back to this original cultist now. He misses. It's a natural 4. The drake behind you will attack.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Natural 16, so that'll be a hit.
Okay. Please.
2, 3, 4 damage.
Yeah, 1 hit would kill me anyways.
Are you unconscious?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, I'm going to do a death saving throw.
No, you're unconscious.
What?
Yep, you fall to the ground.
No death saving throw.
Not yet. On your turn, but it's Galax's turn. So do your attack for Galax.
Alright.
That'll miss. Okay, so the cultist will... Oh, no, now make your death saving throw. Go ahead.
With this?
Yep. Okay, higher than 10.
7.
Okay, so that's 1 failure. Go ahead and mark it on your sheet.
Where do I mark it?
Death saves. You see it there?
Yeah. No. No, I do not.
Alright. I will mark it down for you then. You have 1 failure. You need to get 3 successes before you...
Actually, I only need to get 2 successes.
No, you need to get 3.
Great.
Yep.
So if I get 2 successes, I just go unconscious.
The cultist got another natural 1. The Drake is now moving past
my unconscious body.
And
wait,
going
how would I
after
die?
Galax.
I'm a robot. I guess I could. I guess I would only have to.
What is his armor class again?
Galax. Armor class 14.
Oh, that'll miss. Just misses. Okay. And natural 1. Okay. So Galax's turn. What does he want to do?
Swing his sword around wildly.
Now, who is he going after?
The Drake.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll against the Drake.
You know what? Not the Drake. How about that other
The cultist?
cloak?
Okay. Go ahead.
14.
That'll hit.
Boom!
So roll your damage die.
Anyway, so we'll just die. Sweet.
Yes. So he goes down. Boom. Galax is now saving your life.
Aw. How come I need to get my life saved?
All right.
Actually, just my power. Because
Galax is one-on-one against this Drake. He just felt that cultist. Does he want to try to move away from the Drake at all, or?
Oh yeah, he'll move away.
He's gonna get an attack of opportunity.
He's gonna go like all the way over there.
Okay, so he's gonna run away. You can move. All right. So Galax is now on the other side of the room. The Drake gets an attack of opportunity against him.
What? How?
And 11 is a miss, so it doesn't hit. The Drake decides to follow Galax into the room.
No attack of... Oh, right.
But as he moves, the gnome figure thrusts a sword out at the Drake.
What? I thought the guy died.
Nope.
What? But it went right into the heart. Kashing!
Okay. Alright. So he stabs at the Drake, and the Drake immediately turns towards him.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, because you're unconscious.
No, like Galax.
Oh, him? No, because that's only when they move away from that person.
Okay.
Alright. So the Drake moved towards him, made his attack, missed. And death save for you.
Come on. 17!
Okay,
yes!
so that's 1 success. So you have 1 success, 1 failure. Let me mark it down here for you.
Well, I guess anyway I'm still going to be unconscious.
Okay, so...
Why'd I have to start with 12 hit points?
The Drake now attacks the gnome on the ground, who is prone, so he attacks with advantage. Misses both.
Ha!
The second attack, going for him again. Still with advantage. And... Wait.
Well.
Nope, still misses both.
Ha!
This die
You
really,
get the...
it really does suck.
Well, too bad.
Okay.
You gotta keep using it.
Yeah. The gnome's turn now. Still on the ground.
Ha ha ha.
Misses. And
Ha.
Galax's turn. What?
Nat 2.
Okay, that'll miss. So we're just sort of going back and forth here with the Drake. Just keeps missing. Misses there. That one hits. Okay, so the gnome gets hit.
Bang!
Oh, that's a 1d6.
Bang!
So it slams its tail down on the gnome already on the ground.
Boom! Sending
Okay.
the gnome's legs deeper into the ground like...
Well, the gnome now.
Is the gnome actually dead now?
No.
Good.
Still conscious.
Good. Stab.
Galax. It's Galax's turn.
Alright. Galax, stab him for me. 11.
Plus.
For 15. It equals to 15.
That'll hit.
And come on, damage. 2.
No, your damage die, not the 20. What's your damage die? There you go.
1.
Plus.
2.
So 3. Okay, the Drake is still up. But it's the gnome's turn now.
So I guess they're both gonna stab into him. So
Alright,
Galax
the gnome hits.
stabs into the side, and the gnome will stab into the mouth.
Okay. The Drake is dead.
Dead.
Yes.
So Galax stabs into the side of the head.
Yep, just
while
right in the
he's-
side, and the Drake sort of rides around and falls to the ground.
Yeah, and the gnome stabs in the mouth.
Well, the Drake was already kind of down. And
No, the Drake just got...
And so once again, you wake up finding yourself
back there.
back on the slab.
Oh, come on.
They hooked you back up to the tubes.
Oh, come on.
And now you come to again. You
So I
see
guess
the 2 dead cultists and the Drake
So I guess I'm
stabbed
getting
in its
healed.
side.
I'm getting healed.
Yes. So
Good.
go ahead and revive 2d4 hit points. So roll 2d4. Here.
I got another.
You got?
Wait, D4.
Yep.
No. It's a,
Here, just take these
okay, I've
two. I
only
got 'em.
got 1.
I got
Alright.
2 for you.
No, I only need
Okay,
1.
go. 4, 5. Okay, so you revive 5 hit points.
5 hit points.
Yep.
5 heal. 6. I'm
Okay.
at half hit points.
Okay, so you're up. You are sitting there on the edge of the slab. The gnome is on the ground. It was giving instructions to Galax on basically reviving you, and he's laying there on the ground dying, bleeding out.
Okay, is there any way we can heal him?
Doesn't seem to be. There are no potions. They had to hook you up to this special machinery to get you revived.
Actually, just to like pump the stuff back into me. Well, once this guy finishes giving him instructions, then he'll only have to learn how to make the stuff that this guy is using to heal me, and then I can get healed by Galax anytime if I get down.
Well, it looks like a lot of the liquid in these vials now is emptying out.
Yeah, but once Galax learns how to make that stuff, I just hope he will, because he's an expert, he will be able to heal me.
Okay, well, remember, you fled from the first battle, and Galax was trying to get you to help him, but he's not very confident in your abilities right now.
Hey, I'm in a new body!
Alright, so the gnome is there on the ground. Your former body is there in front of you.
Yeah, and it's all bones.
And it's got
Like-
the 2 bracers on it.
I take the bracers and put them on.
Okay.
Just so that if anybody sees them, they might recognize me.
Okay.
But I guess having them on all the time would kind of be a bad idea. So I'll only do it some of the time when I'm in small villages that don't seem to have any bad guys in them.
All right.
So,
So,
that the commoners
with the
recognize
bracers,
it.
let me tell you about these bracers here. With these bracers, you feel an immediate surge of power coursing through your body. These are the bracers of Bahamut. And let me tell you a little bit about them. I'm going to have to add these to your character sheet here soon. So these platinum bands bear the holy symbol of Bahamut and are the token of the ruler of Karamis. When a character first puts on the bands, they feel a surge of energy course through their body and can decide to immediately attune to them.
Oh, I am immediately attuned.
Okay.
I immediately attuned.
And you immediately know the effects of these bands. These bands give any newly attuned character 5 hero points to use. A player can spend a hero point whenever he or she makes an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. The player can spend the hero point after the roll is made, but before any of the results are applied. Spending the hero point allows the player to roll a d6 and add it to the d20, possibly turning a failure into a success. A player can spend only 1 hero point per roll. So you can decide to use one of your hero points and add d6 to your roll. See, I was expecting you to go against the Drake with these. You could have easily killed those 2 dudes in there, but you ran away right into the Drake without the bracers.
You could have told me.
I can't tell you. You got to discover these things. That's the point. So let me jump in here. I'm going to go into your character really quickly. Now the bracers can only be attuned to a character of lawful good alignment. So you have to maintain your lawful good alignment. So running away from battle, do you think that's lawful good?
No.
Yeah. And these bands give you special hero powers. So you're like a superhero essentially.
I am a superhero. Ugh, I can't find it on here. I'm trying to add it. Ugh. Can't find it.
Hold on.
Whatever.
I'm trying to...
Hey, I just want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, fine. Whatever. I just want to know. Am I going to find any vehicles that I can buy with my GP?
Maybe.
Good.
Excuse me.
I need vehicles. I need them. I really need vehicles.
Okay. If you look at your character sheet, refresh your page.
Refresh it.
Yep.
Reloading.
You should now have the bracers of Bahamut.
Are they attuned?
No, I did not attune them. But if you go to that attunement thing, you can...
I know. Well, yeah, I only see another on-blade scimitar.
Here, try and refresh again.
Okay.
Are they there? You got them?
Equipment. Attunement. There they are, and they're attuned.
All right.
Good.
So
I'm gonna
you now
read
have the bracers of Bahamut. As you put them on, the gnome laying on the ground looks up at you, says, "You are King Destro." And he lays back.
And the color drains from his face and he turns and he turns all pale.
Yes. With that, standing there in that room, the kobold comes to you and bows his head.
And
My king! My king!
and then I guess I remember about him.
No, you don't know who this person is.
And I'm like, there is no need to bow. There is no need to bow. Follow me. We shall get out of here as fast as we can before more assassins come.
Okay. He starts following you out of the room. You're leaving through here?
Yep, I'm
Okay,
leaving.
here, move your dice tray on that side. Okay, so as you guys leave through this room here,
we find another monster.
oh, you hear
Something.
yes.
And I stop him from going forward.
Okay, so you stop Galax.
Like, wait. There's something around you. Stay close.
Okay.
And then we both start creeping forward.
Okay, roll a sneak check for me.
Sneak check.
Yep.
Baby. Let's see. Stealth is a +4. 16. I
Okay.
get a 20.
Okay, so you start sneaking out through here.
Along with Galax behind me.
Yep. And you see to your left, 2 doors are shut. There is a pool of water in the center of this room, only about a foot tall. It's almost like a reflecting pool, and a chandelier kind of hangs down from the top. A very rusted chandelier, and there are what look to be other pieces of equipment scattered around here.
And then I wished that I had a crossbow, and then the crossbow shoots out, and then a light crossbow shoots out from one of my arms,
Oh.
and then fires at the chandelier.
Oh, hold on.
Alright, fine.
Because also, coming through the door now
Another assassin.
is a robed figure, somewhat less armed than the others that you saw.
I walk towards him cautiously with
Okay.
my kobold friend Galax, ready to strike if this guy here makes a single move.
Okay. Well, he is sort of inspecting the area around. It's probably just a matter of time before he sees you. At that moment, when you thought about that crossbow, a crossbow
Shoots
comes up out of your shoulder,
and
and
then
I will let
fire
you get one attack of opportunity.
on him.
Yep, with advantage. No, just one attack of opportunity, or surprise round. Sorry, one surprise round. Go ahead and make your D20 roll because you were hidden, and this is just a rapid attack.
10
Plus
4, 14, and well,
let
isn't
me
it?
see. 14.
Yep, 14. Because it's a 10 plus 4.
Yeah, 14 will hit.
I want it to go right onto his nose, like pshong.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
No, like right into his nose hole.
All right, roll your damage.
Alright, let me grab my D6. That'd be a nat 6.
Oh wow. Okay.
And
Plus
2.
plus what?
2.
Okay.
8.
He is still up, and we need to roll initiative.
Well, at least now well, it's funny to think he had an arrow stuck in his nose hole.
It kind of grazed his head as it flew back by him. You were aiming for the head and he kind of saw it coming at the last minute and it grazed him, causing a little bit of damage.
What?
But roll initiative.
How about it left a little cut
Roll
on the
initiative
side of his head?
for you and Galax.
Galax. Alright. For me, I get a 14.
Okay.
And for Galax, he gets an 8. Sorry, buddy. Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
All right. Well, you get to attack first. Go ahead.
I fire my crossbow again.
Okay.
And this time right at his heart.
Okay. So your crossbow's still kind of mounted up there. You are ready to fire.
And then an arm just reaches out and then loads another bolt on.
Okay.
Ready to fire. And that would be
What's your
16.
16 will hit.
And then for damage, 5.
Okay. It is barely holding on. There is a piece of bolt still sticking out of his chest, but he kind of shakes it off, and it's now his turn to attack.
What? He's still alive?
Still alive.
Jeez. How many hit points did you give this guy?
Actually, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. He casts some sort of spell at you.
A wizard. Good. Dexterity. Haha. Dexterity saving throws are +4. And that would be a 12.
Okay, you save.
So just go.
This pillar of flame just sort of shoots down from the ceiling above you, and you dodge out of the way.
Huh?
And now it's Galax's turn.
Ooh, baby. Galax. He gets... So he needs to take a dexterity saving throw.
No,
Oh,
it's his turn to attack.
He takes out his dagger and then tosses it at him.
Okay, make your attack.
7 plus 4.
That'll hit.
And damage is nat 6.
Okay. It is still up.
A hit to the neck, though.
Okay.
Ugh.
What was it, a dagger throw?
Yes, a
Okay.
dagger throw.
So it's like sticking to his side. He pulls the dagger out, throws it on the ground. And now it's your turn. Destro.
Easy, I just used my crossbow gun.
Okay.
10 plus 4, 14. I
Okay.
hit again.
Yep, that's a hit.
And 4.
This time it goes straight into the heart. And it just kind of falls to the ground. And falls face first onto the ground.
And goes like,
Alright, up.
and then tumbles onto the ground. And then he turns back over, laying on his back.
Yep.
Ugh.
So You don't hear anybody else coming down the hallway that he just came through. The door is still partway open. He was kind of taken by surprise and immediately tried to attack you, but you guys just sort of hit him with a barrage of attacks and he fell.
I will search the body for any wands or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm a blood hunter. Blood hunters use spells sometimes.
Yeah. He doesn't have any spells or any spell books or scrolls. He does, however,
wands?
have a single potion of healing.
Good. I take it and drink it.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna make sure I give you the right one.
How much damage is healed?
Yeah, so just 2d4 again.
And
Plus 2. So 2d4 plus 2.
I
Two.
can't really read
The
it.
top number, the bottom number. So 5, 7.
5, 7.
7 hit points restored.
All right.
So I think you're back up to full health.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, around his neck, you see a chain with the pendant of the symbol of Tiamat tucked under his robes.
Great. This time it wasn't just an assassin; it was a wizard assassin.
Yeah. Now you didn't check the other bodies, remember?
Oh yeah.
I'll just remind you of that.
I'm just gonna go back over there, toot, 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 and search through all the other bodies.
Okay. Each of them has a scimitar, and they also have the same pendant with Bahamut, or with Tiamat.
Even the gnome?
No, just the cultists.
Okay, I grabbed one scimitar
Okay.
from just one of them.
Okay.
And then I just searched my charred body
Okay.
for any other things.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, searching your body.
Investigation is +3. Yikes.
Now go ahead and roll it.
Investigation +3. 8. A 21.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Okay, got an 18.
Some of the charred skin had actually covered up a signet ring, your signet ring, on your left hand, middle finger of your left hand.
Wait, middle finger?
Of your left hand. You had your...
Geesh, on the middle finger? It's supposed to go on the ring finger.
No, you're not married.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
So,
it only goes on the ring finger if I'm married.
but your signet ring bearing your family crest, which is also the same symbol of the two dragon heads, the same symbol of the city.
I slide it off and put it on my left hand of my warforged body.
Okay. The finger fits, the ring fits, strangely enough, onto your finger.
Well, I guess the warforged body was made to my size.
It seems it. It seems it. Now that you're starting to get more comfortable in your body, you realize that, you're strapped together with a bunch of golem parts and other mechanisms that were probably put together by this gnome.
Yeah.
But there are so many scrap golem parts and things that were there.
I'm gonna take them in case any of my parts get blown off by a blow,
Oh, okay. Well, Galax can collect a few of the parts that he thinks you'll need. He also collects some of the tools in the room. You see him sort of tossing tools about, flailing his arms as he does it, and he grabs certain tools and sticks them in his pack.
Yeah, the tools that he used to help heal me.
Yep.
With those tubes.
He also grabs a couple of cloths with a little oil
Oh, in order
And
to...
he actually begins polishing you up as you're searching the room. He follows you with after he has these tools, and he's like polishing the Drake blood off of your body.
I thank him and give him about 5 GP.
5 gold pieces? You're gonna pay him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And plus I have
He
one
almost
here.
doesn't know what to do. He looks at the money. He like bites it. Thank you, King. And he quickly puts it in his pack before you can change your mind.
Well, I wouldn't change my mind.
Okay.
Because I'm a nice king. A good one.
Are you also searching the gnome?
Yes.
Okay. On the gnome, you find a rolled up scroll bound by some sort of ribbon-like seal.
I take the scroll out.
Okay.
And then I go back over to the room we came from and go investigate the doors.
Okay.
Another investigation check.
Yeah. Put the scroll into your items. Just write it down on your notepad there. You got this scroll.
Scroll.
Yeah. It's still tied up. It's tied up by the.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you haven't looked at it
I
yet.
can untie the ribbon, but I won't do it down here.
Okay.
So that if there are any assassins sneaking around, they won't be able to see the scroll.
Okay.
I will go into a tavern without even taking the scroll out. I will go into a tavern, ask for a room, and then I will head up to my room.
Well, we have to
It'll
see
just
where
be
you
a
are.
cheap
You're still underground. You don't know where you are.
Yeah, I know. I just hope I am underground in like some sort of science laboratory hidden by a sewer system.
Oh.
Okay, fine, not hidden by a sewer system.
Well, we will
Because
see.
there could be like some dangerous rats.
Could be. We will see.
Like
So which room are you looking at now?
I'm looking at the doors of this room.
Oh, okay. Here, hand me the pieces. Where is it?
Investigation check.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check on the doors.
In 8 plus 3, okay, 11.
11. The doors are unlocked. You kind of look about the corner as you peek out through. There is a hallway, maybe about 20 feet long to your left, and it seems to go up a stair. There is light coming down the stairs, which is a rather bright, almost natural looking light.
And then I close the doors, and then I kick them down. So that
You're gonna close the door that was open and then kick it in?
Well, yeah, because who knows if there could be more assassins. If there are more assassins on the other side, they would get BOOM!
Okay, make a strength check for me. Make a strength check.
It's a good thing my strength is a +2. 4. A 4.
So,
A 2 plus 2 is 4.
so you shut the door that was wide open,
And then I
and
just...
you looked down the hall and saw there was nothing there. You shut the door and kick it,
And then I just...
and nothing happens.
Yeah.
And
Except
Galax,
I just bounce off.
Galax,
Woo, kaboing!
Galax stands there, and seeing this, as you turn towards Galax, just goes,
I was just making sure there were no assassins, because if there were any assassins on the other side, they would have come out and attacked us. Or
sure thing, my king.
at least they would have gotten toppled by the door.
Right, king. You got it.
Yeah. That was weird, wasn't it?
So do you want to just open the door and walk through now?
Yeah, I'll just open it. Yeah, I'll just open it, but instead of just regularly opening it, does the door go inward into the hallway or out?
Yes, it swings in towards
Good.
the hall.
I'm gonna grab the handles and then just boom!
Okay.
Slam it onto the wall.
So the fact that you weren't able to kick out a door that opens outward is quite embarrassing, but yes, you slam the doors open.
Yeah, I can do that. No strength check.
Nothing on the other side happens. There's nobody there.
Yeah, but
There's
if
a
there
hallway.
was anybody there, they would probably have gotten plonk.
No. But there's a
Slammed
hallway
onto the
with the
wall.
staircase coming down. And the door at the top seems to be open, but your eyes haven't adjusted to that light up at the top. But you begin now to hear sounds of people, and it sounds busy up above.
Great, I've either come to a city or a busy village. Although I walk up cautiously.
Okay.
Because it
Are
could be.
you just being cautious, or are you trying to sneak out?
I'm just being cautious. Because
Okay.
it could have not been a village or city. Because there could have been a lot of Tiamat bandit assassin followers
Okay, so you come up
out there.
out of the stairs, up and through the door, and are immediately just taken aback by the amount of light that is now just assaulting your eyes. Everything seems bright white for a second, and your eyes begin to adjust. Your
Alright.
eyes begin to adjust, and you can see people walking around,
Do I flip this over?
golems walking around,
Whoa!
dragonborn, leave that, dragonborn,
Hey, it's
elves,
one of my own villages.
dwarves, humans.
It's one of my own villages.
Tall buildings surround you, 2-3 stories tall, and there is a giant stone wall past many of the buildings that you see, about 30 feet tall.
I think it's made to protect them from the dragons.
Well, behind you, you see that the building you came out of is part of a much larger structure, but it comes up out of the ground. Walls about 40 to 50 feet tall are part of this building, and you realize that you are standing in the city of Karamis. You recognize this area because it's where you've come many a time into the military quarter.
I guess the assassins must have, been looking for this building. And I guess they, forced people to tell them where it was because they saw the gnome heading off.
Oh, you don't know how they found you.
Yeah. That's just what
But you now know
me
where
in
you
real
are.
life think.
You now know where you are.
Is my castle somewhere around in this main city of Karamis? Because
Yes.
it's the main... And if my castle is around here, that means...
What? Well,
I would be eating through my own body right now if this was a cartoon. Tiamat country in the castle.
well, that thought does cross your mind, but then you look around and you realize, even for being in the military quarter, there doesn't seem to be any sort of urgency. Nobody's moving around ready to wage war against anything. These are your soldiers that are marching around in this space.
Do they know it's me?
Nobody's really noticed you yet, but there are other golems. You look a lot like a golem, just a lot smaller.
Yeah.
A lot of iron.
Dragonborn size.
A lot of iron golems walking around here.
Yeah. And I'm a dragonborn sized golem. And I guess anybody that sees me would be wondering that.
Well, you look quite different than a golem, but you're similar enough where people might not take notice of you. Because
Good.
many of the soldiers in your army are animated pieces of armor and golems.
Golems.
You have a lot of magic soldiers, magically powered soldiers.
So I guess that must mean I probably had a few wizards and spellcasters around.
There were, yeah.
During my reign to help me battle the war.
So from where you are, you're probably about 3 to 4 miles away from your castle.
3 to 4 miles.
Yep. So Moulidir Castle, Moulidir is your family name.
Okay. Moulidir Castle,
you
which
can write
is
it down.
probably now named Tiamat Castle.
Well, like I said, nobody seems to be moving around like they're at war.
Yeah, I know, but...
So if you want to write it down, I'll spell it out for you. So that's Moulidir, Moulidir Castle. And from where you are, you're not far from the main gates of the city. The city is arranged in sort of like 4 sides. So the main front walls of the city are what's just behind you now. And if you were to go to your right, sort of towards the east, the east of you, you would find what are the 2 main gates, the Celestia Gate and the Platinum Gate.
Where does the Platinum Gate lead?
Well, both of them sort of lead into the city. The Platinum Gate leads into like where the markets are, where a lot of the businesses take place. The Celestia Gate is sort of where a lot of visitors will take lodging and things like that. So that's the front wall of your city, the main wall.
First, I guess
there are 2 other walls that run on either side, going further up towards the castle. So to your left and sort of ahead of you would be the field gate leading towards farmland. Many of the residents of the city live out just outside the city wall there.
Yeah.
And then on the other wall, there is the seaside gate leading towards the docks area.
Yeah, where some of the people that live in this city fish or ride boats.
Yep, so a lot of fishing boats, commercial boats are coming in there.
Yeah.
And then the back wall of your city, the northern wall, is sort of a curved structure that wraps around what is the Temple of Bahamut in the back. And to get to the Temple of Bahamut, you have to pass by the Moulidir Castle. And there's a series of gardens that surround the temple just behind the castle's platform. So we will describe the platform if you make it. We'll describe the castle when you
I'm
get there.
going to go to the market first so I can, get a bit of that Warforged liquid so I can get teaching for my kobold buddy on how to make that Warforged blood-like liquid so that he can help heal me.
Alright.
Since he has the tools and knows how to do it.
The liquid that you had infused into your body is a special formula. And this is what Galax is telling you. He doesn't know how to create it. The only person who did
was the gnome. Great.
They crafted this special elixir to bring you back to life and to also transfer your life essence over to your new body. It was all part of a process. So it's very, very hard to recreate.
Well, I guess it was only the gnome and other guys that helped make. And I guess with so many Warforged in the army, there should be a few more guys that know how to make the liquid. Really?
There is no such thing as Warforged. Warforged in this world is a completely unique thing. You are the only one. It's basically this gnome created you. You are the Warforged.
Why?
They don't exist anywhere else in this world.
So, you mean...
You are a one-of-a-kind creation.
So
by
I
this
guess...
gnome.
So, I guess we're either in the time where Warforged have not
Nope, they
been
just don't
used.
exist. They don't exist. You
At
are the
all?
only one. The gnome created you.
Well, I guess it's probably... Well, I guess we should either be in the future where people don't really need Warforged anymore.
Nope,
or
they
we're
never
out-
existed. They never will exist in this world except for you.
What?
Yep.
Oh, come on!
I let you create this character, but
Oh.
it's totally unique. You were one of a kind. You were
Well,
the only one.
I guess there's always a downside to being a certain character,
I don't know.
especially if you're the
But
dungeon
you don't
master.
need any special liquid to heal yourself. So
Good,
magic potions, all of that, healing potions,
good, but what if
they all work on you.
liquid, like... Good, but what if one of the tubes, like, breaks from a blow?
Oh, that's
I take a blow so serious that it shakes the tubes and breaks open one of them.
oh, I guess we'll have to figure that out if it happens.
You're mean.
So you won't be able to get that at the markets. Do you still want to try to go that direction? What is your first goal here now that you're walking
My
around?
goal-
Nobody knows who you are.
I go for the markets, I will just, I don't know,
You
buy
have a
a
little
bit
bit
of,
of gold, right?
yeah, 20.
Okay.
I'll buy the cheapest but strongest weapons that are available within 5 GP.
Well, you already have your scimitar,
Yeah,
scimitar
but like,
there, your scimitar there. What else? What other weapon are you looking for?
well, how about another crossbow, this time a heavy crossbow that comes out from my other shoulder.
You can only have one. You can only have one mounted
Wait.
crossbow.
How about, how about a poison dart that is attached to like a chain that ejects out of my chest and then stabs the enemy, poisoning them, and then it comes back in and then the chest closes up.
No.
Or at least maybe a magical beam that shoots out.
No,
Like-
I can have you get a. You can look for a potion of poison. It would be expensive though. I don't think you have enough gold to afford it.
I've got 20 GP.
You don't have enough.
Whatever. Fine. I will just get a few healing potions.
Okay.
No, wait, not healing potions. How about scrolls that teach me magic?
Well, you can't. You don't really have magic ability right now.
Hey, I have the action of my blood curse of binding, which is a curse, and curses are magic.
No, not yet.
So I guess I don't know about it yet. Okay, now you're really mean.
Well, you're only a level 1, so.
Fine. I guess I will just go to a tavern instead. The cheapest tavern that has some bread and...
Well, you don't need to eat,
Ale.
right? You don't need to eat or drink. You're a warforged.
Yeah.
And
So
you
I
can't
guess
drink,
I'll only...
You can't drink ale. You can't drink ale.
Why?
Because.
I guess I'm only like 18 years old.
Well, no, but you shouldn't know about drinking ale.
Alright, fine.
Oh yeah, you do have your blood curse of binding.
I'll just go to a tavern, grab a room for me and him, and then I will pay for both of us.
Okay. And that's where you want to look at the scroll.
The cheapest tavern I can get, and
Okay.
I will get a room that is private for only both. That is private except for the both of us.
Okay.
At the cheapest tavern.
It's not unusual to see a kobold kind of wandering around in this city.
Yeah, because kobolds
because you were freeing so many of them, there were a lot of them.
Everywhere.
Yeah, there's
in
a
my
lot
kingdom.
of them. Not everywhere, but there's a lot of them.
Oh yeah, I said not. I didn't say exactly everywhere. I said pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere. Okay,
Beach.
so you do find a cheap place. You can pay 1 copper piece to rent a room for the night.
1 copper.
Yep, 1 copper piece. So just write down you spent 1 copper piece, and we'll fix your shit later. Just
I
write it.
only have a GP.
Yeah, so we'll convert it later.
Let's see.
Just write it in
1
your book.
GP would be worth 10 SP. 10 silver pieces. And... Okay.
Just write in your book that you spend
Fine.
1...
I spent 1...
Or you can just...
I spent enough gold worth of a copper piece.
Yeah, you can actually input if you go to inventory and currency.
Yeah, I know.
You just type in 1 under copper.
I know.
Just type 1 and remove, and it'll adjust everything for you. There you go.
Alright. So I guess I found a copper coin in the tavern, picked it up, and then I just flipped it over to him to get just the kind of room a commoner would have.
Yeah, so this tavern here is called...
What's it called?
The Above Board Boar.
Well, even though I don't need to eat and drink, my kobold buddy might. I guess I'll give my kobold. I guess I'll get my kobold buddy a drink.
Okay. As you go up to pay, you see him in the tavern. He's waiting for people to leave their tables, and he goes and he takes a swig of their ale, and he's eating the crumbs and scraps off of their table.
Wow.
And then he pats his belly like this, and he gives you a thumbs up. So I don't think he needs you to pay for him just yet. He looks pretty well and full.
Okay. I guess I'll... Wait a second. I hope this kobold can not... I guess this... I just hope my kobold friend can drink... I'll get him some water rather than ale or wine.
No, he's already been taking down the ale, just drinking cups that people leave behind.
No, like my kobold. Oh, my kobold did that.
Yes.
I was thinking like the tavern guy.
No, Galax is
Okay.
downing all of this food and drink that people are leaving behind.
Okay. And I would give him a nice thumbs up and a nod.
Okay.
And then I would just get us a room.
Okay, so you spend your copper piece for the room. It's a really small room upstairs.
Yeah.
There's...
But it is big enough for 2 people, right?
It's basically just a bale of hay on the ground with a little blanket, no pillow, no chairs, just that.
Alright. Well, that's what it's like back in times like that.
Yep.
Because times like that were probably medieval ages. Because castles were starting to get built in the medieval age.
Yeah, it's sort of set in that kind of time. So, you have your room.
Yep, me and Galax, I guess, share a haystack.
Yeah. Well, you have that scroll. Is that what
And
you
then-
wanted to look at here?
Yeah, I close the door, lock it. I close all the windows and lock them. I close any openings that people could look through into this room.
Okay.
And I lock them all.
All right.
And then me and Galax come up to the haystack, which I laid the scroll on. I untie the ribbon and open it.
Okay. So the scroll is written in Draconic. Do you read Draconic?
I was a dragonborn before I got killed, but I still remember my languages.
Okay. So the scroll reads Kiparkos. Kiparkos. So it's addressed to that person, Kiparkos.
O-A?
O-S.
Dog.
We have found the remains of what we were searching for. It seems to be truly him.
You're not giving me any time to write this.
Oh, I'll tell you about it later. We can also watch it on YouTube later too. Okay, so Kiparkos.
I already wrote that.
Okay. It seems to be what we were looking for.
Okay.
I am moving your laboratory to the military quarter. And sending you the necessary parts and equipment.
To the...
Are you done with that one? Sending you the necessary parts and equipment?
No,
Okay.
I'm not even
Oh,
finished with the first
The
one.
military quarter? Yeah. Moving your laboratory to the military quarter. You don't have to write it word for word if you don't want to. Sending the necessary equipment.
Okay.
And the last line is, I hope that you can do what you've promised. I'm relying on you. And at the
Does he
bottom,
write his name?
it just has E-M.
There must be somebody I know in my kingdom that has E as the first letter in their first name and M in the first letter of their last name.
Make a history check. Trying to recall.
History. Okay. For history, I another +3. Good thing I'm proficient. Oh, a 4!
Here, have a seat. Have a seat.
I'm making another history check.
No,
though.
no. You've never
Stupid 4.
seen this handwriting that you can remember, and EM is just too vague for you to recall anyone specific.
Oh, well, my kobold buddy can do a history check.
Yeah, go for it.
Good. I guess we'll both take turns trying to know this. Crap, it only shows saving throws on here.
So he's not proficient in history. He can try with a +1. You want to try it?
Alright.
Give
So
it a
you're
shot.
giving him a +1.
Well, that's his intelligence, so
Okay.
it's +1.
Ah! 2 for him! Alright, my turn
Okay,
again.
nope, all done. Have a seat. So EM, he doesn't know who EM is either.
Why?
He knows
stupid
that
guy?
Kiparkos was the name of the gnome. That was the one who created you. He tells you that Kiparkos was the gnome. He doesn't know who hired him.
How about we go around asking people who EM is?
Who do you want to ask?
How about we start with the guys at the market? Is there like anything that has fire in here?
There's a candle.
Good. I hold the scroll up above the candle and burn it.
Okay.
Because for Warforged and golems, I guess everything they see and stuff is recorded into them.
Well, you better record it into yours. No, so you burn the note. It's still only about. It's probably about midday right now.
I burn it.
So there's still time to sort of explore the city and.
Midday?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to spend the rest of the half of the day searching for answers.
Okay.
But I'm going to be nice to people. I'm not going to go like grabbing them by their shirts and then lifting them up like, who is EM?
Who are you going to go to first? Who do you want to go talk to?
Is there... how about I go talk to a horse seller guy?
Horse seller? About a mysterious note from EM?
Yeah, because
Okay.
then I would be able to just get myself a nice old horse to travel around quicker if he doesn't know.
Okay.
So that I could ask more people at a quicker time. Well, an even quicker time. Me and Galax would split up.
Well, let's see here.
I would buy
A horse would cost you 75 gold pieces.
Bag!
You find a horse seller.
A single horse?
A single horse, a riding horse, would cost you 75 gold pieces.
Crap, and I've only got 20.
So
Well, you gotta be so
you're
mean.
not able to buy one of those yet.
Fine. Well, I guess...
However, as you cross the road from where you were staying, you cross the main roadway of the city. To your right, you see a road it forks into two on your right. You see a road leading off towards the Celestia Gate and a road branching off towards the Platinum Gate. To your left, you see a long open roadway, and a few things catch your eye. First, to your left is the Grand Promenade.
What is that?
It's a big open plaza, and at the center of it is a domed building, a single dome rising up about 40 to 50 feet in the air, called the King's Chapel. Beyond the King's Chapel, the road continues for about another 2 miles, and there you see a grand staircase going up about 120 feet off the city street. At the center of this grand staircase is a waterfall coming down into an open pool beneath. And at the top of the pedestal that where the stair leads is a building that looks as though it was if you were to take a square on the ground and rise it up and twist it as you go and make it smaller to a point. You see this building rising up into the air, and that's about 360 feet tall, and that is Moulidir Castle. There are balconies and windows along each side. One of the windows near the very top you recognize as your
my
bedroom.
throne.
Your bedroom.
Bedroom. I'll have my kobold buddy Galax search the streets, while me, I was gonna go up to the castle and see if there was any way I could get up there. And if there's no ways I can get up there except by climbing, heck, I'm a Warforged, and Warforged have pretty much infinite energy.
Well, what do you think is happening at the castle? Why do you think you need to climb up it?
Because that way I would be able to search for more things.
Because the surface is pretty smooth and slick. But why do you think you need to climb up it?
Because I might find clues about that guy up there. Because there might have been some servants in the castle that knew him.
Well, the city is still bustling, so you think that life is going on as normal. So why would you climb up the castle when everything is normal? I'm like, do you think that there are enemies around, or what is...
No, I'm just doing that because I might find clues, because I just told you there could have been servants that knew him.
Okay, this EM person?
Yes, that person!
Okay. So what is Galax going to do specifically? Galax is going to search the city and what?
He's going to search through the markets and ask around if anybody knows a person with the initials EM, while I will search around in certain rooms around the castle for like more scrolls that have clues about him.
Okay, so you two are standing in the roadway making this plan. Where do you want him to meet you?
We'll meet back at the plaza, and then once...
In how long?
Just as the shopkeepers start going in.
So about sundown.
Yeah, sundown.
Okay.
Daybreak.
So you guys agree to meet in the
plaza.
Sort of the same place where you guys are now, or the promenade?
The giant plaza that
the promenade thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and then we will go back to the tavern.
So together. You guys are walking towards the Grand Promenade, towards the King's Chapel.
Yeah, and then
you guys are going to split up over there. He's going to go talk to try to find leads on who this EM person is. You're going to go to the castle and try to find out who this EM person is.
He will go to the places with the most people first, because then he would be able to ask most of the people in the city. And then he would go through over to places with less and less people until he gets to the point where he asks everybody he can find.
Okay.
And
So,
then
you guys start walking towards the promenade. As you guys are making your way through,
I tell him
a guard bumps into you and immediately looks up at you and down, and he sees the bracers that you're wearing.
I hope he doesn't say that I'm a thief for stealing the bracers.
Immediately he draws his spear and holds it up at you.
Great.
Why do you carry this? Those bracers, where did you get them?
And then I just, I don't know. I just hope my cold buddy witnessed the battle.
What battle?
Like the battle with Tiamat.
No.
Tiamat. Crud. I try to retell the entire story of how it went. Like how I was the king and how I went into
So you're being open with this guy about
hell, and then I battled Tiamat, got killed, woke up in a lab at the military base, and then I heard banging on the door, and then two assassin followers of Tiamat came in.
Okay, so you get partway through the story. You start telling this tale of I'm the king, and he starts looking at you like you're crazy.
And
I don't care about your crazy tale.
And then
Come with me.
And then I show him my ring. I show him the ring. The ring is my last hope except for gold.
Okay, so he looks very closely at the ring. He looks at you, looks at the ring, looks at you.
Please, I please hope that this guy was one of the royal guards and knew the exact size of my finger and saw how the ring fitted perfectly.
So he calls over a few other guards. They start showing up and surrounding you. There's 5 of them now. They're all wearing the breastplates of the regular city guard with the image of the 2 dragons emblazoned on the front. You come with us.
And then I pay him 10 G. And then I just give him 10 GP.
You're going to try to bribe a city guard now?
No? Oh, wait, bribing?
That's what you're going to do if you're going to pay him money.
Alright, fine, I just find an opening. Alright, fine, I just run at that guard and then just grab the top of his helmet and then just jump over him and run.
Okay.
Straight out to the farmland. My kobold buddy following right next to me.
So now you're running away? They weren't threatening you. They were just trying to get you to come with them.
Well, I know what they're going to do. They're going to arrest me and put me in prison. And...
We don't know that. How do you know that?
Well, sooner or later they're going to catch me anyways.
Do you want to run, or do you want to
Fine.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
leaving
go
it
with
up
them.
to you. I'm
I'll
just
go
trying
with
to
them.
tell you what the consequences of your actions could be.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with them.
And you're also lawful good, remember.
Yeah, I'm lawful good. I will go with them.
Okay, because you haven't done anything wrong, right?
Yes.
So going with them. Okay.
Going with them would be the right thing to do. Because even if I was a lawful good person and was mistaken for a thief because I had been framed by some sort of shape-shifting...
Well, you didn't do any of that, so let's
Yeah.
just move on. Okay, so they escort you to a small little precinct building
Please
somewhere
don't
just
get
off the
prison.
promenade.
I please hope it isn't prison.
And a robed figure comes out. He carries on his back a giant broadsword.
A broadsword? That's even worse than being put in prison. I'm gonna be executed.
He comes out and he sees the 5 guards that now have you at the points of their spears. You and the kobold are kind of standing there together. And he looks at you. One of the guards breaks off from the group, goes over, and they lean in together. They're talking. You can't hear anything that they're saying.
Great.
He looks at you. He looks at the bracers. Show me this ring.
And then I show him the signet ring. Instead of resisting and running away, I show him the signet ring.
Okay. You're either a very good forger or you're a very good thief. Tell me, where did you find this?
I just tell him the entire story, hoping not to get interrupted again.
This scroll, after you tell him the story, this scroll you speak of, hand it to me.
You're the worst! And then I say that I burned it so that nobody could find out about it.
One of the guards blurts out a name. Sir, could be Eltan Moore. The name suddenly rings like bells in your mind as you remember one of your best friends from childhood, raised in the castle alongside you, trained in the ways of the priest of Bahamut.
I ask him
is
if he's
Eltan
alive.
Moore.
I ask him if he's alive. Is he alive? Is he alive?
Eltan Moore lives? You know of this. You know him.
Yes, but then I tell him again but then I told him that I had lost, pretty much, that I had lost a lot of my memory during the time of my death.
You and your companion may stay here. I will look into this matter. I would recommend you do not leave. You are not a prisoner, but please do not go anywhere.
Okay.
I need to look into this matter.
Me and him just sit down, and then we just start talking about what we might find out about.
Okay.
If
he tells you
find.
that his name is... Drop my pencil.
Okay. There you go.
He tells you that his name is Ulrich. He is a captain among the guards here.
Okay.
And he is going to go to the castle to speak to the head of the Royal Security Force.
Great. I just hope he's not tricking me into staying here just so I can get shot.
No.
Just so me and him can get shot down by royal crossbowmen.
No. And so now you met the city guard. You found yourself with Captain Ulrich, and he is going to go to the castle to look into this matter. And that is where we will finish up today. It's been about 2 hours. So,
Okay.
good job.
Actually, it's been 1 hour. It's been 1 hour 54 minutes.
All right. Well,
we have 6 minutes left.
We'll spend some of that time just saying thank you to everybody for tuning in. We hope you guys enjoyed. And again, if you want to see more, you can visit beholdgamers.com. Next week, we won't be streaming. You can sign up for Trick or Beast. There are still some spots available. So beholdgamers.com, go to events, and you can sign up at the Trick or Beast page. It'll give you everything you need to know. You can also subscribe to our newsletter. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. And we hope to see you again. Have fun. Learn lots.
Oh, and also, are you going to allow me to meet dragons during this game once I'm at a higher level?
Oh,
Because
something.
if you make me meet any level higher than level 5 during this time that I am lower than level 5, you will not let me
Something
meet
tells me you're
any-
going to find some dragons.
Good, but not until I'm at least level 10.
Next session.
Wait, next session